what gave you the idea to put up a terno collection of the masters?
When we were given donations by various donors, especially the Farales family, I always had in mind that I had to share the collection first to the Benildean community and also to the public, because I believe that the works of the esteemed designers are worthy of being seen by as many people as possible. So that really gave me the idea to show them in an
And
exhibit.
what design aesthetic do you think is being shown in this exhibit that should uh, be a lure for people to come here and see?
I think it's the fact that the terno is really an ageless garment. Through the years, it has gone through so many permutations and innovations and experimentations. Until today, I think it's each designer worth his salt will always see the terno as something that he or she has to design. And of course, it's a symbol of the country. But in the examples of these four designers, Valera, Parales, Pitoy Moreno, and Oreo Alonso, we can see how they've manipulated this relatively simple garment. But because they were very talented, because they were Filipinos, they were able to create different versions of the ternos every time they put their hands and mind and heart into designing it.
Why do you think this collection or this exhibit is relatable to the students as well as to the younger generation?
Well, first of all, the College of St. Benilde has a fashion degree program, the AB Fashion Design and Merchandising program, one of the biggest programs in the college. So that already is a sort of captured audience. Then we have, in the School of Design and Arts, we have nearly 5,000 students taking various degrees in design, from architecture to industrial design to even music, production design. And I feel that putting up an exhibit like this, even if you're not a fashion design student, will somehow add to your knowledge of design and also to give you exposure, especially to what our talented designers did in the past through the artifacts that they will see in the exhibit.
Can you tell us about the oldest piece in this collection? Like you said, I think it's the Valera from Mila Magsaysay's family.
Yes, we were fortunate enough that Mrs. Mila Magsaysay Valenzuela, through his son, Brother Mike Valenzuela, who's a Lasal brother, contacted us one time and said, "Hey, I have this collection of gowns worn by my mom, former First Lady Luz Banzon Magsaysay, and that, I'm donating it to Benilde." So I went there. I did not really know that it was going to be a set of Valeras, but lo and behold, it was there. And then she told me, "Do you want them?" And I said, "Of course." So these Valeras, because they came from the mid-50s, 1950s, during the presidency of Magsaysay, are the oldest, some of the oldest that are in the collection, because they came from nearly 70 years ago.
If I were a visitor, why would I go all the way, let's say, to Benilde to see what are the must-sees in this exhibit?
Well, first of all, in one place, you can see already a sampling of the works of these four legendary Filipino designers, and it's like you've given them some sort of concept. Design the terno in whatever ways, and you can see here all of the ways that they've designed the ternos. Also, it's about our fashion history, Filipino fashion history, and it's also about how they were able to be international, but at the same time still remain rooted in being Filipino and Asian also because of the materials that they've used. We have here a sampling of Filipino-made materials also. And we also have samples of influences from Asia. We have ternos that are Japanese-inspired, Indian-inspired, of course also Filipino. So there's a lot to see with the classic terno.
34 pieces. Can you tell us about this wedding gown from donated by Miss Vicky
Vicky.
Rodriguez?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
The Valera wedding gown.
we have a Valera wedding gown, and Vicky, who is from Bacolod, like me, contacted me one time and said, I have here a set of gowns that I'm willing to donate to Benilde. Vicky is also the friend of Edu Harke. So it was also through Edu that she got to know about the project. And so I went to Bacolod to pick up the gowns myself. And so it's here, a Valera wedding gown from 1965, which is beautifully beaded and designed. I'm looking at it now, and it's so much. When I first saw it, it was on a box,
And
but
well
now it's on a
preserved.
mannequin,
Yeah.
and they're well preserved. And I think it is also the quality of craftsmanship that Valera had, that the beads are still intact. None of them have fallen off, and it looks like they were just designed this year.
How about this classic looking terno?
Oh, this is another.
It's a timeless look, right?
It's a timeless look. This asymmetrical coat, coat-like design of Valera with the pink beads on the edges, and that just one pink bow that fastened it together. This is 1972. It's a 1972 Valera, just right before he passed away, and it's in very good condition. It's in Alaskin, as you prompted me to say, and it really is a classic cut and a timeless piece. So this is also one of the highlights of the collection.
And how about the Aureo Alonso wedding gown of Eric Pineda's mother? That's, I think, from the 1960s also.
1960s also. If this is 1965, this is 1964. So only a year older. But it's a different approach to the terno because of it's the skirt is fuller, and it's clinched at the waist also, and there's also a long train. But most of the designs are in the skirt, in the front of the skirt. Whereas with Valera, the train, which unfortunately is not there anymore, also had the same ornamentation as the front of the gown also.
We can